The clean, austere premises of the Oracle building in Bangalore reminds one of a federal institution picked out straight from a dystopian Hollywood film. But in this case, they have even stricter security checks, more so than most airports. When we joked about it with their Corpcom manager, he told us seriously that it was inevitable because Oracle deals with one of the most precious things in the world: data. Data is becoming more and more essential to every form of transaction, online as well as offline, for individuals as well as businesses. That's why it is not a far-fetched idea when the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi called it the new wealth at the recently concluded World Economic Forum meet. Today, we will take a look at the inner workings of Oracle, one of the fastest growing cloud companies in the world. And we have here with us today Mr. Subash Nambiar, the Vice President of Cloud Platform at Oracle India. A famous perfectionist, Mr. Nambiar is used to working on things relentlessly until he gets them just right.
So in India, if you see IaaS, PaaS and SaaS, Oracle is providing services, and it is really growing compared to their APAC counterparts. And hybrid model, which I want to touch upon here, is basically customers who invested on licenses on both hardware and software are looking at moving non-core areas to cloud.
Okay.
For example, BFSI, they want to look at it. The core banking is still there on-prem, but they're looking at peripheral applications to move to cloud. Similarly, ITES, manufacturing, SMB customers. Now SMB customers are looking at enterprise solution. Earlier they used to look at a cost-cutting solution. Now they're looking at an enterprise-wide cloud services which they can use it now, which is a great advantage. And Indian market is really booming in that way. If you look at Birlasoft,
Okay.
it's a great example where infrastructure as a service, they were looking at moving their existing infrastructure to cloud. And we helped them move their existing infrastructure to infrastructure as a service. That's a great success story. And NCDEX, for example, they also moved their existing infrastructure to Oracle Cloud. And it was much easier than going on-premise. And they can also scale up whenever they need to scale up without investing on hardware and looking at buying software, implementing that. Just to meet up the SMB market in India, we have opened Digital Hub, Oracle Digital Hub, wherein we help the SMB market customers to move on to cloud. And irrespective of whichever side, it can be infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, or software as a service, we take them to the Oracle Cloud journey. And this ODP hub really helps them, the customers, to reach out to the cloud. So if you look at the infrastructure as a service market in India, 2015 to 20, we are expecting a growth of 22% during that period, CAGR. And the business potential next year is going to be around $1.9 billion. As per some of the research. Currently, the companies are investing a lot of money on hardware and software. But I'll take an example of BFSI, where the infrastructure is kept at a percentage to just meet the month-end or quarter-end requirement. That means the infrastructure, the spend is very high just for that couple of days. Now look at cloud. That's an exact idea. When you want to have a cloud burst, we are flexible there. Whenever you need a infrastructure as a service or a platform as a service, you can use the cloud instead of retaining your hardware. There is no one fit-for-all solution for this, right? So the CIOs can choose what is their future roadmap. Accordingly, we can help them, because worldwide, we are the only company who can give you all the three layers of cloud. Whether you call it as infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. and the existing customers come back to us for our advice, and we help them to the journey to the cloud. They can choose whichever path they want, and depends on, it varies from customer to customer. There are customers who have moved their production workload from ERP to cloud. There are some customers who come and tell us, for example, State Bank of India is a great example, who bought the first ULA Oracle cloud machine. We have installed there. They're using our cloud services through Oracle cloud machine. Now this is actually helping them to do the peripheral applications or training, which can be run on cloud services. Slowly we are expecting them to move on to cloud whenever they are ready to move their production servers. Our infrastructure as a service is something which is integrated with all three layers of cloud, which other companies cannot give, number one. Number two, if you compare analytics, it is 105 times faster compared to the competition. Data is definitely going to help the customers going to cloud, even for analyzing their data. And look at the new trend which is coming in. They want to look at the customer experience. They want data as an important aspect to meet the customer expectation. If they don't do it, the competition is going to do it. So it's very, very important that data is sliced and looked at for better benefit for their customers. Customers are looking at analytics as a key IT requirement to support their business growth. Similarly, data is growing multifold. They want to have a faster system to analyze and give input real time, online, and this is the trend I have seen.
At this rate, products that help in remote data management are on their way to becoming the next frontier in cloud computing. While Oracle has clearly carved a niche in the market with their wholesome range of products, the journey has only just begun for this technology.